going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to do a review and installation video on some car strips by Vont. So let's get it. So we got some LED light strips from Vont. So thank you, Vont, for sending this out. Now, if you guys make it all the way to the end of this episode, you are going to find out how you can win one of these LED strips from Vont for free. Definitely stay, and I'll leave all the information in the description below. So all of this in front of me is the contents of the box. Obviously, it comes into a nice box like this, but when you open it, you are met with a nice blue, and it says "Buckle Up, Buttercup." The contents of the box inside contain some zip ties, and of course, the most important pieces of them all, the LED strips. Now, you get 4 of these LED strips, and they're really made to go on the inside of your car. So I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. It's super easy, super quick. This piece goes into your cigarette lighter. And here's the button to turn it on. And here is the key remote to, change your colors and turn it on. So you can also download the app, which it's on this card here. So you can follow the directions, get the app, and it apparently unlocks more features. So we will do that in this video as well today. But I'm going to show you the simple install of plugging this in, turning it on, and how it works. But of course, that's not how I like to do things. So I'm going to show you my way after. Let's get it. Alrighty, so we got this into the cigarette lighter. So all you want to do is press this button to turn it on. And, well, it's already flashing. So I think that's like the music adaption one where it actually dances with the music. Then you have this control here where you can shut it off, turn it back on. You can change the colors here. There are multiple different colors. And now I think the app said that you can also get different colors on it too, or unlock different features. So maybe you can make your own custom colors. So we will check that out. But these are the colors that it has. And then it has this one, which is the dancing one. Or when you want to turn it off, you press this button to shut it off. And then you press this button to shut it off. This is the first time I'm ever using the Vont app. We connect the Bluetooth car light strips to the app. This will unlock all the awesome features. There is so much to control with this app, from brightness to different mods such as music, color, scene, and DIY. Each mode unlocks a pretty cool light display. The best thing about this app is the ability to create your own custom color. There are also colors specified for special occasion days, such as Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and so much more. So guys, that is one of the many things that app can do. It has so many different features on the app. There's like environment, there is life, there is season, there's all kinds of stuff on it. You definitely got to check it out. So download the app by Vont. When you download it, you'll go through some updates that the app has to do, the generic stuff. And then once it's updated, it will automatically find the Bluetooth of the lights. You obviously have to check which light you have. This one here was the smart car lights. So I selected that and the phone automatically paired to it. And then from there on, you can have your fun with the app. So it's a super cool thing that Vont did with these lights. And I actually really like it. And I was super surprised to see all the functions that this light can also do. Plus, I also used some of my custom colors that I've made, and I got the color very similar to my car, which is another cool feature that Vont has added on these lights. So Vont, thanks for that, because that's super, super awesome and super cool that you have done that. So much variety that you can have with these lights. So definitely check it out, guys. Definitely check it out. So normally people put these lights on the inside of their car. That's where they're supposed to go. But obviously, I like to do things a little bit differently. So I'm going to incorporate these as underglow for my car to make them look super cool. So the first thing first, that cigarette lighter thing has to go. Sorry, Vont. Now, what I'm going to do after I severed the connection of the cigarette lighter is I'm going to pull back the sheath to expose the positive and negative wires. And then we are going to solder on some of our own connections. Alrighty, guys. So the tools that you will need is a solder iron, some solder, heat shrink, a fuse, a switch, some extra wires, and the project itself. a fire flicker so you can heat your heat shrink, some glasses so you can protect these eyes, and of course, your wire strippers. So let's get started. Alrighty guys, so what we're basically gonna do is route all of these lights and wiring inside of the car. The next thing we're also gonna do is put our fuse on. So how this basically goes is power source, which is our battery. After battery, we have the fuse, and then we have the switch. So if anything is to burn out first, it's definitely gonna be our fuse, so we wouldn't have any fires or anything like that. So battery, fuse, wire into lights, and then switch inside of the car. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. Adding a fuse offers circuit protection. Fuses protect the cable from excessive current, which can cause damage or fires. Fuses are placed as a weak point to be sacrificed in case of an overload by melting and breaking the circuit. In order to pass this through the firewall, because I do want this remote control inside my car, you know, to change the colors, to turn it on, off, whatever. And I also want the switch to be inside the car. I think I'm going to have to sever this because this is too big to pass through that little hole with the grommet into my firewall. So what I'm going to do is sever the connection here, which goes to the lights. I'm going to route the lights, bring them up, and I'm going to put this inside and draw the wires through the firewall hole extension. And that should give me access to my remote and all the wires that is needed to get all of this to work. There's something special about customizing your car. It's adding a piece of who you are, merging man and machine as one. It's an expression of your very soul. Alrighty guys, so I've been a little bit busy wiring everything. So let me show you what I've been doing. Here is the remote control. This is going to be mounted on the inside of the vehicle. Where am I going to put this? As of right now, I don't know. I do have an idea. Somewhere maybe underneath my dash so no one can see it. And it'll be easy access for me to push the button.
Push the goddamn button! You heard what she said.
Then I spliced the sheath and got access to the 4 color wires. And then I hooked up some other wires, soldered them together to a connector end. Now, these connectors, you can buy them online or do as I do. I find them in the junkyard, cut the wires, and then solder them to whatever I need a connection for. So that's that. Then you have the other set of wires that are hooked up to the lights, which are in this connector. So what I'm going to do is hook these up right here, color to color. They're all color coordinated. You got to pay attention when you're doing that. And it hooks up perfectly fine here, so I can put this somewhere in the engine bay. And then finally, here, because the remote has 2 directions, one for power and ground, one for the colors, and power as well. So let me unwind this. I got a whole bunch of wires here. This one is going to be the ground. This one is positive. How I know that? Because I put a piece of tape here and I'm going to write positive on it. And this is going to get connected to the fuse. I made a fuse here, so it's going to be battery fuse and then to the wiring. So if anything has to happen, this will go first before any kind of fires or anything should break out. So I'm going to show you that this actually does work. I'm going to hook it up to my battery really quick and then show you that everything works with the remote control. After I install everything though, I am going to work on hooking up the switch. I will look for a spot that I want to put the switch in. And this is a really simple hookup as well. So I'll show you guys that also. So let me just show you guys really quick that it does work still. So as you guys can see, as a quick setup, I just hooked it straight to the battery. Obviously the fuse and stuff will be there later on, but as a quick setup, here it is. It's on, it's doing its thing. Let's change some colors. Red, green, blue, purple. So it all works. Off, on, the simultaneous flashing. It all works. So now that I see that everything works really, really well, I am going to do the final touches to it. I'm going to tape everything up, make sure it's all secured, make sure there's no possible way of a fire starting. I'm going to electrical tape everything. I did already put my heat shrinks on, so I'm just going to add an extra layer of protection with my electrical tape. and then I'm gonna start to route everything. Let me show you where I'm actually gonna route that. Here is the routing procedure of how I did it. So I hooked the wires up to the battery. There is the negative, the positive, the fuse is right under here. So let me see if I can pop this one off. See the little fuse right here? It's a little maxi fuse that I put in there, if you can see it. There you go, maxi fuse. Put that right back up. Wired the wire all the way in, goes through the hole in there, and then it comes out through the dash, which is right over here. And here is the switch mounted. The remote, I put it up under in here because I don't really need it. I control everything with the app. It's super easy. And if I ever do need it, this doesn't need any special screws to drop down. I just pull it out and I got access to it right there. So the remote's hidden. The switch works really well. The lights will turn on, and that is that. Now it is activated by the app, which is super, super cool. So after routing the wires, I put one here in the center, one in the back, one in the other back, one in the center. And that made the car light up pretty nice. So another thing I also did to protect the wires from getting hot, I put it over the heat shield. So I removed the heat shield from the Cat, put the wires over, and then I screwed on back the heat shield. I made sure there was no kinks in the wires. I made sure the wires would be protected from the heat, and everything should work fine. Now, I really do love this from Vont. It's awesome, it's cool, and it was a clean setup. I also used some hot glue to make sure that not only the adhesion sticks, but with the hot glue gun, it sticks extra and it shouldn't fall off. Plus, I also used some hot glue around the seals of where the chip with the LED lights go into the protective casing. I sealed that off with some hot glue so water cannot get in there. So I think I made something that's water resistant, waterproof. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna mount this switch right over here. I'm gonna get a stepper drill bit and drill into here, and that's gonna look rad. The most simplest install one can do to enhance the show of their car is LED lights. It's basic, but also beautiful. Installation setup will always be the same. The only difference is how you choose to route it. Vont made these lights for interior use. I decided to go a different route. Man, that looks awesome the way it is shining. Now, these lights are not waterproof, but they are water resistant. So I'm basically gonna do an experiment to see how long these also last underneath the car with rain, whatever water hits it. We're just gonna see. So let's get set and ready and go. Vont, thank you for sending me these lights. Thank you for enhancing the quality of my show car. I'm not exactly sure how long these will last as underglow, but I am excited to find out. This Mustang is an extension to the very spark that ignites my soul. I found this car neglected and abused, but she called out to me and I had no choice but to save her. This bond will be long lasting. I'm so happy that y'all made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that. So if you did, please hit the like button on the video. So Vont will send one of these LED lights out to a lucky winner. Now, how to enter. Everything is open. All my social media accounts, my TikTok, my Instagram, and my YouTube. So on TikTok, I am going to make a video for you guys to enter. Instagram, I'm also going to do the same, and YouTube, well, it's on this video. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know that you want to win. Also, you got to be a subscriber to the channel, and you also have to like the video. If you want to, go onto Instagram, like that video, comment under that video, or slide into my DMs, and you can definitely get a chance to win. Also, the same thing on TikTok as well. I hope to see many of you guys enter, and I cannot wait to see who the winner is. For that, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace!